Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with round two. This is season 4, week 1 of Grand Arena Championships, and let's go over how this match went. My opponent set a really tough board. It was crazy. I mean, I don't know exactly what his strategy is, but take a look at the board and you can kind of see what he's got. We're going to go through my defenses first, because he had already gone a little bit. You can see up top I got a Newt squad with the Separatist droids. I got Grievous with Magna and Droidica. And then I got a old Daka lead with Spirit and Zombie. That seems to be a pretty tough squad. He took out my other Nightsister team with MT lead, Asajj, and Acolyte. So that's what's up top. Down south, I finally put my Darth Revan on defense. I got Malik with him, but I put my Bastilla Fallen under EP and stuck that down there as well. And then Geos, of course, because they're really difficult to counter. So you can see he already took out the Geos, and I happened to be on when he was attacking him. He did it in one shot, and I saw that he got 50 banners for that. So that at least let me know a key piece of information is that he saved Traya for offense. He didn't have Traya waiting for me in the back zone if I was to go south and see what's back there. So now that we've seen kind of what he's done to me so far, let me show you what he's set for me, if you couldn't already tell from the overhead view. So we'll start off taking a look at his top. Up north, he's got some Nightsisters. He set Padme, Jedi Revan, and Darth Revan with Bastilla Fallen and Malik. So that's like the toughest squad there is. He definitely doesn't want me getting through to his ships. And honestly, I don't know how I'm going to get through to his ships. I think I can take the Nightsisters out with Imp Troopers, being as Zombie and Acolyte are Gear 12. But for those other three teams, I don't think I could take them all out and still make progress on his south. Let me go ahead and show you what he put down there. You can see he's got his 6-star General Skywalker team. He's got Asajj, Daka, and Spirit, and then he's got a Grievous team. And it's all high relics, you know, everything. So to take out Grievous, I'm going to need my Jedi. To take out General Skywalker, that's going to take my CLS. Like, I'm going to have to pay hard to get through and see what he's got in the back. So we'll start off with this General Skywalker. I am going to go ahead and use my CLS here because I know for a fact it'll take this team down. I've got all Relic 7 on my CLS, Han, and Chewie, and they're all modded properly to take out Relic 7 General Skywalkers. Kind of pissed that he's coming back around a little early, since I got mine the first time around, and my own is still 6 stars, since I didn't have a lick of guild event tokens hoarded. Haven't even gotten to use them yet, you know, at full capacity. So he performs just like that one there. Goes down pretty easy against CLS. So after that, I jumped in against the Nightsisters. You can see how he performs here. 6-star General Skywalker, everybody. I'm at 50 out of 100. Needed to 7-star him. So it'll still be a few TBs yet before that happens. He is a good killer for Nightsisters in the fact that they don't revive. You know, once you kill them, they're not going to come back. But the fact that he's G11 and I'm going up against Gear 13 with some relics on him is definitely, you know, kind of hard to do in a 3-man environment. He doesn't have the extra clones adding to his stats and doing extra damage. So you can see I was able to take out Asajj, but I can't make a dent. Like, I was trying to get Doc out of there, and I just couldn't. I got debuffed, got stunned, and that was it. So, failed on the Nightsisters, but I don't think it's going to be a game of ultra efficiency. It's just going to be who can get further than who. So, next up is the Grievous team, and for that I'm going to use Jedi. You don't have room to take Jedi Bastilla in, so go with Jedi Revan lead. Thankfully, he didn't put Magna with his Grievous. I think that's a mistake on his part, because you see that it allows me to just direct focus right on B2 right at the start. So I can take out B2, get him out of there as fast as I can, take the hit early on, And then now I'm free to focus down on Grievous and wait for direct focus to come back. I don't have to deal with having to take out Magna. So Droidic is sitting over there, can't do anything to him, but I hit Grievous because, what else can I do? And I'm just wasting hits on Droidica because he's got damage immunity, killing time till that direct focus comes back up. And that's it, just killing time. Nothing else you can do. I don't know if the potential's there for any kind of timeout, but you'll be able to see that it does take a significant amount of time because I can't get to Grievous. So finally I can direct focus him, and once I can, under Jedi Revan lead, they get an offense boost, and he goes down a lot quicker than with a Bastila lead. So got rid of him, but it takes me, look, I got 3 minutes on the clock. It takes me a good bit, and I sped it up a little bit. He's got damage immunity again. Couldn't get Droidica down. So I don't know if it's something that could time me out. I was thinking about throwing it on auto, but I thought, well, let me just hit with basics and throw some turn meter around and, get him when he finally takes a turn. But you can see that it takes a good while to get there. Even throwing direct focus on it, it's like the damage immunity just eats up the clock. But here we go. I'm finally able to get the finishing blow. Thankfully got that done. Got 52 banners for my trouble. So that was that. And this is where I left it. I did this last night, and after I took those out, even though I had failed on that one squad, I scored higher than he did. So I left it at 1107 to his 1106. And with what he put on his front row offense, he doesn't have a lot left to take out any other squads, and I honestly don't think he's going to clear a single zone. So I went to sleep, and I was hoping maybe he would try some more attempts, and I wake up to something. But the board was still the same when I woke up, same score. So I knew my next step was I wanted to try my Imp Troopers against this Nightsister team up here. Now it's all about, okay, I know I'm not going to clear this board. I just don't have enough to do it, I don't think. So let me score as many points as I can and get up a lead in case he can take down some more of my teams. So I went in with Veers, Stark, and Range. And like I said, the other two are G12. He's got Gear 13 on Talzin. But I knew if I can get enough quick kills, and it's easier with a Gear 12 zombie, and Acolyte's pretty squishy, I knew if I can get enough quick kills, I could fuel the turn meter and hopefully put down enough damage before MT got to go, take her out of the picture. So right now I'm getting my free zombie revives out of the way, trying to just do what damage I can. Got rid of Acolyte, so I don't have to worry about stealth. Almost took out MT right there, and she manages to get Plague off, like right before I could take her out. So she was able to steal a couple banners. I got 51, and look, I got the Bronzium from beating that team. So I guess that's good. Moving up, and let's go on to the next thing. Now that that's done, you can see from the other teams there, the 3 left are going to be pretty hard. I don't know if I'll be able to take any of those guys out. I'm just not sure. It's going to take a lot of firepower. And I honestly don't know what would take out the Darth Revan team with Malik and Bastilla Fallen in it. It's going to take something pretty good, even if you burn cooldowns. So I'm going to go south and clean up my mess and see what he's got waiting for me and back. And, see if I can do any damage there. So I didn't want to use anything good because I had no idea what he had in back. And it might be something really tough, and I'll need all my offensive weapons. So I threw in a Tarkin lead with Snow Trooper and then Shore Trooper. I figured tank and heals and all that. And having killed Asajj, they shouldn't get any kind of lead bonus from the Nightsisters. But you can see that didn't work out. I ended up just getting my ass kicked. So I went in with Bastilla lead, Ezra, and then my old Ben. Figured I should definitely be able to make a dent with them. They got that bonus protection. They hit hard. So should be able to make a dent. And sure enough, I was able to get rid of Daka. And then now I just have Spear to take out. And that's nothing because Ezra can hit hard and he's got the double taps. So took them out. Only got 24. But at least I cleared a zone. So I know I'm sitting good now because I really don't think my opponent can clear. And look in the back, he doesn't have too bad of teams back there. So I guess his strategy was to save some things for offense. He did set his Geos, so that's going to be my Traya right there. Got to burn that there. But he's got Ewoks, he's got First Order. Like, I know what counters I want to use for all those. So we'll start off with the Geos. And this is something that in one of my previous videos, somebody mentioned this. And they said, don't take Darth Nihilus, it's a waste, because the Geos targeted my Nihilus first off last time, and he went down straight away. They said, take something like Trooper instead, you don't really need Nihilus. So, okay, I'll take Traya, Scion's pretty tanky, and then I'll take my tank, my Trooper, and let him be a punching bag, okay. And so, that's what I'm doing. A lot of people are putting down Alpha, and then Spy, and then whoever the last one is, I don't know, Soldier. No, it's Sunfac, because he's taunting, that's right. It was a little bit annoying, because when I wanted to keep killing off Alpha, I was stuck having to go after Sunfac. So you can see I got rid of him. Now I've still got Spy and Alpha there, through the Isolate on Brute, thankfully, so I can go after now who I want to go after. But you're on a clock. You got to watch out for Spy's big hit. And Spy can still do damage even with only 3 Geos, on the board. So right here, I slowed it down a minute just so you can see. He doesn't even crit, and he gets over 50k right there on my Sith Trooper. So it's not even a crit or anything, but it's enough to take him out in one shot and leaves me with just these two. And I see that he's out of stealth, so we'll go ahead and get rid of him. I figure as long as he's gone, there's only so much Alpha can do. And with the Brute isolated, Alpha can't do a whole lot there. He can try to heal up a little bit himself, but he's not going to do significant amount of damage. So now it's all about just making sure I keep him isolated, keep doing what damage I can do to Alpha to get him out bit by bit. I got my Held by Hatred on, so I'm not worried about Scion dying. Got a big hit with Traya off there. And now I can finish off Alpha, and that's it. So I picked up 50 banners for that. To me, that's a good score. It's definitely a tough team to beat. On to his next one. He's got First Order, and he did have a faster crew. You see his crew started off and stunned my crew, which is a good move, and neither of us have a First Order officer to dispel that stun. So that's a little bit annoying. We both have Xylo. He chose First Order Stormtrooper, and I got Executioner in there. And I think offense is a bit better than having a second taunt, going kind of defense heavy. I mean, that's just me. But finally, I get my 2-turn stun up. I use it to stun his crew. Once I take his crew out of the picture, I can use my Xylo to be feeding turn meter to everybody. Work on taking out his Stormtrooper just to get the numbers advantage. I think it's huge in 3v3 especially to get that advantage. And if I can go my 3 versus their 2, I feel like I'm sitting on top. And now I'm just working on taking out his Xylo, getting the big hits from Executioner. Almost got him out, keep feeding turn meter, and that AoE was able to kill his Xylo. Now it's just crew to worry about, and once my 2-turn stun comes around, that's not going to be a huge issue. And I can feed more turn meter to my team than he can with his lone crew, so I'm not worried now. I've got enough weapons to be able to use against him. I just got to keep going after him and wait until things line up. Got him down into the yellow and red and stun and turn meter, and there we go. So that was done, was able to get 52 banners for that. So I'm just trying to do the best I can to clear this zone, because I really don't think he's going to clear my front. And even if he does, I don't think he could clear the squads that are back there. So this is an interesting team. He chose Django lead, which I guess is good to make his Django faster, but it doesn't really do anything for the droids. So he's got B1 and Magna there. And so I just figured, okay, this is kind of what I got that I can use. I got Kira Nest with Hermit Yoda. I'm sure a lot of you guys are using this squad somewhere. And to be honest, a lot of squads out there can be taken down by this squad. So if you want to add something like this to your list, here's another one you can take out. It's only a Relic 1 Nest, but she hits pretty hard, gets the job done. I figure, let me try and take out Django first. He's the primary damage dealer, so I want to get rid of him. And then after that, the squad's got no teeth. You know, there's nothing they're going to do to be able to take out Nest. So I'm trying to get stacks down too in the meantime, but I was able to get rid of Django there. And now it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to do what I can. I don't want to time out, but I think I'm in pretty good shape now with Django gone. I'm taking away stacks, I think, faster than they can be replaced. So I think I'm doing pretty good there. You can see my Hermit Yoda didn't make it, Kira didn't make it. But again, it's not going to be about hyper efficiency, I think, where every banner matters. I mean, I don't know. It could be. I don't know what all my opponents got left, but he set a heavy defense, so I think he's gonna struggle. And I already showed you my front zones. He struggled on that, and he spun up the Empire team. So it's going to be a tough wall to get through with those 2 remaining squads. And then the 4 that I got in the back aren't going to be any picnic either. So as long as I can score some points, get as many banners as I can, you know, maybe I can make Kyber again this season. I made it last season. That was my first ever time hitting Kyber finally. And that was great. Check that off the bucket list. So if I do hit it, great. If I don't, I'm not worried about it. You can see Nest mopping up Magna there. Only got 48 banners, but a win's a win. And so now the Ewoks, there's a million things out there that counter Ewoks. Here's one of them. If you're not setting it on defense already, you probably shouldn't be, because it's an easy squad to get rid of. But your Karth team is going to be pretty handy on taking out these Ewoks. I don't have any trouble here. I've got the Zeta on mission, but I don't have one on Zalbar. I do have one on Karth lead, of course. They gain enough protection back, and there's healing and just good things that they offer. Zalbar does have armor shred, and the fact that mission can go under stealth, so she can't be targeted, is nice. You can see I got rid of Paploo. I've just got Wicket and Chirpa left, and they're all gear 12. But that doesn't matter. Like, so are my Old Republic, all gear 12. But Ewoks are just weak, and they're definitely not meant to be on defense against a squad with any kind of synergy. This squad just can do too much damage and heal up so much that they don't stand a chance. Some of these squads are meant that you have to have 5. It does no good to have 3. And Ewoks are one of them. They definitely don't perform well with just 3. So, took them out, healed all the way up, got 54 banners for that. Cleared his back zone, so I'm happy with that. Like, I know it's only half the board. I know you guys were expecting, like, oh, what's he going to come up with to counter these squads? You know, I really don't have anything. I mean, I kind of do. I'm going to show you, okay, I was deciding, should I go for his Padme? Should I go for his Darth Revan? Or his Jedi Revan? I've got my Padme left, and that's all I have. But I don't think it does really good against any of the other 2. I figured my best bet would be his Jedi, since both Jolie and Bastilla are both gear 12. The only one at gear 13 is his Revan, in which all mine are gear 13. Relic 7 Anakin, Relic 4 GK. I don't know what Padme is, 1 or 2, I think. I'm not sure. But I figured, okay, they're all gear 13. I should do enough damage. And I'm trying to take out Jolie. And I do end up being able to pop Savior. And finally, once I do that, I'm trying to go after Jolie. He's freaking gear 12. I should be able to take him out easily. And it just seems like there's a couple times in here where I can get him down low and like almost get it, you know. I almost get him, or I almost get Revan. And I speed it up because I'm going to tell you right now, this, you can see it didn't go very well. Like Jolie just keeps healing back up. I don't have a chance to build up courage. I'll tell you, with a 3v3, it is a completely different animal than the 5v5 matchups we're used to. They just get turns so fast. It's not just the same as leaving 2 off and it's the same game. It's really different because the turns come back around so fast that you can see his Jedi Revan is just throwing direct focus on my characters and increasing cooldowns and putting mark on them and the buff immunity and all that. Like, there's nothing I can do to build up enough protection where I could start taking somebody out. And so I tried for a couple minutes taking out his Jolie, and I'm just having no luck at all doing any kind of damage. And so finally I start going after his Jedi Revan. I get him down to the red, and then right away he gets healed. I thought, well, great, Jolie used his heal on him. Let me take him out, and then maybe I can time out or something, and it'll be an easier cleanup next time around. And here's me, I'm still trying, and I got a minute and a half left, and nothing. Now, he's not killing me, which is a surprise. Usually when fights go on this long, you know, I end up losing somebody. But none of my guys can do enough damage to just do that finishing blow. And I think maybe a few more relics on Padme or GK might make a difference. I don't really plan on them with 3v3 in mind. This was kind of dropped in our laps here, and it was a bit of a surprise. But this is how a Padme versus Jedi Revan fight goes when you don't know what you're doing. I thought for sure it should be an easy win with 2 of them at gear 12. But you can see the clock just winding down, and I'm putting it on auto. I've got no progress, though. I thought hopefully I could take somebody out, and I just couldn't do it. I got Jedi Revan down to half health, and that was it. That was my last, best team that I had, and my chance to beat that squad. And I really wanted to beat that squad because that would mean even if he could clear, you know, zones on mine, that'd be one more squad he'd have to kill up front in a zone. I'm just trying to pad my lead with as many points as I can, just because I don't know what my opponent's strategy is besides setting a heavy front wall. So I thought on it for a little bit. I thought maybe, okay, he's at half health. I don't know where I left off turn-wise, but let me throw Savage in there. And I've got Thrawn still, and I've got Nihilus. Remember, I saved him and didn't use him against the Geos. So this is it. Savage League gives extra defense to your Sith. So I figured maybe that'll help me survive against this Jedi Revan team long enough. I wanted to do my special and kill Revan while he was at half health, except he was able to heal up. So that's annoying. Right when it's finally time for him to use his turn, and Revan's full health, so that special isn't going to knock him out. But I do have Fracture. I do have Drain Force from Nihilus, and it is 3v3. So I'm thinking, well, I can still try. Maybe I'll last long enough that I can annihilate somebody. I just got to keep trying and do what I can. So I'm going after his Jedi Revan. Again, trying to, if I can get him down to half health, I'll use that special from Operas and be able to take him out. Got a Drain Force in there. Got 2 out of the 3. You can see I just lost my Savage there. But again, I got Fracture. I throw that on Revan just because he's the main damage dealer, and throwing that direct focus on there really messes things up. So I'm trying to keep him sidebarred, and I do get Annihilate up. Briefly, I was considering who to use it on, But of course, go ahead and use it on Revan. Take him out of the picture. Jolie can't bring him back. But still, she doesn't really do a ton of damage on her own. So I don't have to worry about them dying, really. I'm just trying to hold on and not let them keep getting ability blocked and stunned and all that. If I can hold on, like, I'm making progress. So I've got Fracture up. I've got Protection. Thankfully, Thrawn can top off Protection. So I keep using that to keep him alive. You know, I'm kind of grasping at straws here. And I got Fracture on my the enemy Bastila. That way she can't do what she's going to do. And I got a stun off on Jolie there. Stun off on her. Drain them both. Get, you know, reduce both their cooldowns. And Annihilate's up again. So, like, great. I got Annihilate. Now I can really take somebody out. So I took out Jolie. So I don't have to worry about him healing up. Give him protection back. All that mess. And as long as I keep going after her hard enough and put her on timeout with Fracture, I'm like, man, I can clean this team up. So it had me wondering, would this team work? Maybe I could use a better Sith as the lead, and maybe I can use somebody else. Maybe this could be a Jedi Revan counter if you burn off the opening direct focus, maybe. So something to think about. You may not have to burn a meta team if you've got Nihilus and Thrawn. You know, you can add to that and maybe use that as a Jedi Revan counter. So that's what I was able to do. Took out his Revan squad, but I seriously have nothing to even attempt the Darth Revan or the Padme. Like, I could show you a bunch of fails, but there's nothing that would make any significant damage, like, whatsoever against these teams. So, not going to do that. Going to just end it here. And I got 2 zones cleared with a couple squads knocked out of his top zone. And he's cleared off a couple squads of mine. 1 down south, 1 up top. And I think that's as far as it'll go. I'll update you guys in my next video or whatever if he does happen to clear a zone or make some progress. But I think what you see here is what you get. So I'll move on to the final round, the championships there. And we'll see how that one goes in a couple days. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.